I'm really just ranting right now because I just felt like creating something. Hey, how's it going? It has been a cool minute since I last made a video. So today I decided to take a little personal break because this week has been really rough. I've just been having some really high and low weeks that just kind of ebb and flow, and I can't always explain it, but I felt like I needed some personal time today. So as I was sitting in bed, I was actually watching my old YouTube videos, and it kind of made me cringe a little bit. Like before, I used to cringe so hard at these, but looking back at it, even though the last one I filmed was in August 2017 and it is currently December 2018, it feels like eons ago. Even though it's like technically only a year, it's looking back at like freshman Haley it's crazy just seeing how far I've come, and I just wanted to take this time to acknowledge that and give space for it. And even though I don't owe YouTube anything, I feel like this is a really healthy coping mechanism and reflection time for me. I just wanted to be thankful, and I have come a long way and it's crazy, and I just wanted to give like a little update with where I'm at, especially my last videos. I'm at a very different place now, both mentally and physically. So first, I'm Haley. Currently, I am an advertising major with a minor in graphic design, and I'm approaching the end of my first semester of my third year, which is nuts. Yeah, this is the last full week of classes. I changed my major, so I actually changed my major the end of first semester of my second year. So I sat on it I was thinking about switching my major at the end of my first year, and then I sat on it for a semester, and then I kind of decided towards the end. Sometimes people ask, like, do you regret it? Like, how'd you know it was the right choice? And obviously, like, in the heat of the moment, a part of me did just want to escape the program because I was stressed out and I didn't feel like it was worth it. I do have a couple friends still in the program, and, like, I love seeing their work and how far they've grown as artists, and it's amazing seeing how much talent they have and the caliber they've grown. And sometimes it does break my heart a little bit, and I was a little selfish in changing my major because I don't want to. I'll be transparent in that, yeah, it was hard and it wasn't something I felt like I was passionate enough to stick through and to mentally challenge myself at that time. But obviously it's a combination of things, and one of them is that I didn't feel that the animation program was what I wanted to pursue with my career goal. Even though it would have been an amazing place for me to grow as an artist, as I'd definitely get the mileage of just drawing and repetition and enhancing my skills. And sometimes I wish I stayed to get that experience and to continue that hobby that I have. But I think a part of it was that I also realized that drawing and painting and everything, and like art in general, was more of a hobby, less of the career path, if that makes sense. And yes, it is totally possible to combine those two, but at the time I wanted to keep those two separate. I'm really happy with advertising so far, even though advertising is a lot smaller of a program than animation. I've learned my writing has grown exponentially, because the way that here at San Jose State, usually at most colleges, advertising will be branched with marketing in like this College of Business, but here at San Jose State, advertising is a part of the Mass Communication and Journalism school, so it's grouped up with like PR and journalism majors. So I actually do a lot more writing than I have intended, and it's something that I'm very thankful for, because I don't really like to write. I'd rather draw it out or like speak it out, do a visual, and so being able to articulate my thoughts in words I've grown a lot. Some other things that have changed, I don't live in a dorm anymore. I guess I could show you, but then that'd be exposing where I live. So yeah, I live a block away from campus. I've been living here for a year and a half with one of the sweetest human beings in the world. I met her through just Simran, which was my other roommate, and that's from the dorm video. Anyways, sidebar, but she's great. I love living with her. I currently live in the living room of my house, so things have definitely changed. So it does still feel like I live in a dorm, because my bed and my desk are all in one place, but we have kitchen, so that's pretty cool. I'm actually moving out at the end of this semester, and it breaks my heart because I'm gonna miss my current roommate Gabby a lot. She's been a blessing in disguise, and she's been a rock for a lot of things. But I will unfold. Maybe we'll see how much I divulge to, you know, my camera. Yeah. And then there are two other things that I did want to mention, is that the reason why I started making YouTube videos in the first place was to share my freshman Haley, to share her worries and how she was so like nervous about everything. And like back then I wanted to have a proper vision of what college would be. And so that's why I made so many YouTube videos, is because like I had a lot of questions, but I was also, one, too shy to ask, and another, didn't know how to exhaust like my resources at the time. And so YouTube was the only resource that I really knew about, I was comfortable with. I've been blessed to have two ways that here on campus that I've been able to pursue that outside of YouTube. And the first one was this past summer. I was an orientation leader for San Jose State, and it was probably the best summer of my life. I have been hired back, so you'll see a little bit more about that process as well. And definitely a much needed update video on frosh orientation and transfer orientation, because that is a whole different animal right now. And then so I've grown so much as a leader through that program, and I'm very thankful. Just for all the people that I've been able to meet, all the strong leaders that are here at San Jose State, and how people are on fire for their education and for the diversity and the culture here at San Jose State. So I've been very blessed, and that's just one of the things I can continue to attest for, and how amazing it's been, and how I've grown so much as a leader. Even though thinking that I was content with where I was at, but I'm even happier with where I am now. And then the other way that I've been able to interact with incoming students is through peer connections. So I talked about this in my humanities honors video, but peer connections is a resource that offers supplemental instruction, embedded tutoring, classic tutoring, and peer mentorship. It's an on-campus resource, free for all students, so it's really amazing. And that was the one resource that I was it was like a blessing in disguise when I was a freshman. So I was a part of the humanities honors program, and then the tutor was like, the mentor was attached to the class, and so I was actually hired as the humanities honors mentor for this year, and it's been it's flown by so fast, and I've been so touched by the lives and the stories of so many incoming students that can come, that are commuting from San Jose, but have also come so far from Southern California, and just hearing their story and hearing where they're at and hearing how they're going through their freshman experience, and how it's amazing that I can help them and give them advice, even though obviously my advice isn't sound for everyone, but just being able to be that person that someone can confide in. So I'm very thankful for peer connections as well, and it just blows my mind how things are so full circle, both in regards to peer connections and orientation, because for me orientation was the, I guess, catalyst in which I kind of accepted being a student here at San Jose State, and which actually got me excited. And then with the humanities honors program, which definitely set me up academically here, and then how I'm able to provide that all the way around. And I continue to grow in other ways as well, and San Jose State has a lot of opportunities that I just didn't see as a freshman, so it kind of started ever since I moved out. I was ready just to join new things. I've joined a lot of clubs, both to benefit me and the networking and professional aspect, but both in the social aspect as well. And I just wanted to say, if I'm probably going to be watching this when I graduate, San Jose, hopefully I graduate, but just looking back on this and being thankful just for how far I've come. And even though life can suck sometimes, like this week, but it's just great. I'm honestly really happy with where I'm at in life. In the midst of all the highs and all the lows, I've learned so much about myself, and yet I still miss home. It's never gonna go away. I go home a lot, but here now in San Jose, I can say that I've found a family, and it was only because I decided to push myself and exhaust my resources and seek the discomfortable, even though I'm still working on being comfortable with the uncomfortable, obviously, because those words are opposites, but So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.